They say when a man stands before the world, stripped of his image, what he says in that moment echoes louder than anything he ever produced. And on that stage, under that unforgiving spotlight, with a crowd that wasn't sure whether to cheer or cancel him, Diddy stepped to the mic. He looked around, and for the first time in a long time, he didn't dance. He didn't smile. He didn't say, "Let's go." He just breathed in and said the last thing anyone ever expected. It was the 2025 Music Legacy Gala, a night built to honor legends. I list everything. Paparazzi. Glitter. Power, but under all the lights, there was tension. People had been whispering accusations, rumors, lawsuits, videos, and yet he showed up, walked through that red carpet like he owned it. But the truth? Behind the shades, behind the black-on-black suit, Diddy was drowning. "You sure you want to do this?" his publicist had asked. He didn't answer. Just looked down at his hands that had once held platinum records, now shaking. Knew tonight would be different. There was no backup track for this moment. And no entourage to shield the silence. And no track to drop, just him and a microphone. People started sitting down. The camera crews locked in. On screen, a montage of Diddy's career played. Biggie, Mary J. Lo, MTV's Sean John, Bad Boy for Life. The crowd clapped politely, but the applause didn't feel real. Not like it used to. Then the host said it. "Ladies and gentlemen, music mogul, entrepreneur, cultural icon, Diddy." He walked out slow, measured, and when he reached the podium, he didn't speak right away. "Come on, say something," a man whispered from the third row. Another rolled her eyes. "Here comes the PR spin." But Diddy looked out at them, and his voice cracked before he even began. "First," he said, "I want to say something that no PR team told me to say, and no lawyer approved this. No crisis manager drafted this up. This is just me." The room went still. "You know me as Diddy. Puff Daddy. Love. But you don't know Sean." He looked down. "I built an empire on pain I never dealt with. I entertained millions while privately bleeding. I wore the crown of hip-hop royalty while losing my soul brick by brick." He paused out. A woman in the crowd started to tear up. This wasn't the Diddy they knew. Not the one from the flashy music videos. This was something else, something real. "I've done things I'm not proud of," he said. "Some legal, some not, some you've read about, others you haven't." Gasps, shifts in chairs. "Do I deserve to be here?" he asked, eyes glistening. "Maybe not." A man stood up in the back, one of the label execs. "Sean, bro, what you doing?" But Diddy didn't flinch. "I'm tired," he said. "Tired of playing the role, tired of smiling when I'm breaking, tired of pretending this business didn't turn me into someone I swore I'd never become." And then the moment, the one no one could have scripted, he reached into his jacket and pulled out a letter, a handwritten letter. "This," he said, holding it up, "is from a young man who took his life last year. He said he wanted to be me. He watched my interviews, copied my style. He believed that if he got the fame, the cars, the women, he'd finally feel enough." The room froze. But in the end, he felt empty, because all the things I made look fulfilling were just masks I wore to hide my own emptiness. Silence, not a silence heavy enough to break something inside you. I never knew him, but I carry that letter with me, because that boy was me. There were no claps and no applause, just eyes wide, mouths closed. Some of y'all came here tonight expecting a speech about my legacy, but this legacy is cracked. It's shiny on the outside, but it cuts the people who touch it. He took off his sunglasses, and you could see the weight on him. Years of pressure, loss, death, power, regret. I made millions, but I lost brothers. I made hits, but I broke homes. I gave the world bangers, but I never gave myself peace. A soft sniffle echoed from the front row. People began to cry. Real tears, not out of pity, but out of recognition, because what he was saying wasn't just about him. He looked up. "I'm not here tonight to defend myself, or explain away the things people are accusing me of. Some of it's true, some of it's not, but all of it hurts." The host tried to move closer, maybe to wrap it up, but Diddy raised a hand. "One more thing." He looked right into the camera. "I want to apologize, not as Diddy, not as an icon, but as a man, a flawed, broken, healing man. To the women I hurt, to the artists I exploited, to the fans I lied to the little boys who looked up to me and copied my emptiness. I am sorry." The words dropped like thunder, a storm that had waited decades to arrive. "I can't change the past," he said, "but I can choose what I become." Someone clapped, then another, until the whole room, even those who came to judge, stood and clapped. But Diddy didn't smile. He just nodded, placed the mic down, and walked off the stage. No music, no beat drop, no encore, just truth. And when he stepped outside into the night, he didn't feel lighter, but he felt real for the first time in years. And maybe, just maybe, that was the beginning of something. Not a comeback, not a rebrand, but redemption, because sometimes the bravest Thing a man can say is the thing no one expects.